Good day! In today's lesson, we will be dealing with another ancient Greek epic poem which is entitled the Odyssey, written by Homer. As you may recall, Homer is also the author of Iliad. Now let's find out what is in this story by retelling you the summary of this. Note as well that the pictures or the characters I have used here to illustrate are not their actual pictures. I just use them to stimulate your sense of sight. So let's start by telling that the story of Odyssey took off from the burning of the city of Troy. So Homer centered the story on the struggles of the Greek hero Odysseus, who joined the army that fought the Trojans but got lost on his way back to his homeland at Ithaca. A strong cyclone blew their ship to an island, and there Odysseus was held captive by the beautiful nymph Calypso. So the nymph fell in love with Odysseus that she would not allow him to leave the place ever. 10 years after the Trojan War, Odysseus still had not returned to his wife and child. Because of the time that lapsed, many thought that he was already dead and would never come back anymore. Many suitors had started professing their love for his beautiful wife Penelope, but she remained faithful to Odysseus. Penelope and Odysseus had a child, Telemachus. So 10 years after Odysseus got lost, Telemachus had grown into a young, handsome lad. The young lad Telemachus sought the help of Athena regarding the whereabouts of his father. Athena informed him that his father was still alive, so Telemachus asked the divine intervention of the goddess to bring his father back to their family. So Athena implored the help of Zeus and begged him to intercede so that Odysseus can return to his family. Zeus sent Hermes to talk to Calypso, and thereafter the nymph finally allowed Odysseus to build his own ship so that he could return home. Meanwhile, as Telemachus was searching for his father, Penelope's suitors also hatched a plan to assassinate Telemachus upon his return. At last, when Odysseus had finished building his ship, he started to sail to Ithaca. But while at the sea, Poseidon, the god of the sea, sent a powerful storm to destroy him. Poseidon was mad at Odysseus because he blinded his son, the one-eyed Cyclops. So Athena, who was keeping watch of Odysseus, saved Odysseus from Poseidon's wrath. Odysseus was blown to an island when he was warmly welcomed by the king and queen. After they have heard Odysseus' stories of his adventure, they provided him with provisions for his travel and bid him goodbye. Through Athena's godly power, Odysseus was able to return to Ithaca, but the goddess warned him about the suitors of Penelope who had hatched a plot to assassinate his son, Telemachus. So Athena made it possible for him to meet his son, and thereafter, father and son joined together in planning how to get rid of Penelope's suitors. Odysseus disguised as a beggar in order to be able to wander around near the palace, and he was recognized by his old nurse Euryclea, but the latter promised not to reveal what she found out. Penelope thought of a way of getting rid of her suitors. So she proposed that anyone who would succeed in shooting an arrow through a row of 12 axes would win her heart. Of course, she knew that there was only one man who could do that perfectly, and it was her beloved Odysseus. One by one, the suitors tried their luck, but no one came out successfully. At last, a beggar took his chance. He held a bow and aimed at his target, and he perfectly shot an arrow through 12 axes. Penelope was stunned, and then she recognized him. The family was reunited at long last. and the ordeal of Odysseus had come to an end. So that's the end of our story for today. I hope you've learned something. Thank you.